We have a 2023 Kia EV6 all-wheel drive GT. Let's check it out. So I really like the front end of these Kia EV6s. I think it looks really stylish. It's really aerodynamic. Kind of gives you that Tesla Model S vibe. And as you come around to the side, you know, it does sit a little bit higher. It is technically a crossover SUV type. The giveaway that this is a GT and not a GT line is those neon green brake calipers. Basically, anybody sees those coming down the road, they know that it is a GT. Now this GT has 576 horsepower. On a 77 kilowatt hour battery, it only gets 206 miles of range versus a standard Kia EV6 or even the GT line EV6 is going to get a lot more range than that. But because this is all-wheel drive, it is on 21-inch wheels, and it is a lot more powerful machine, you're gonna get less mileage. All right, so let's take a look at the back. Not a huge amount of room, but a decent amount of room. It's not very high to this cover here. You're looking at about maybe 1.5 feet to the cover, but as long as you have that retracted, you can get a few bigger items in there. Not a huge amount of room back here, but that's not what you're buying a GT for. All right, let's go take a quick look at this interior. The interior is a little crazy. So you have got these Recaro style seats. They are Alcantara. The neon green paint is followed up in the stitching of these seats. It looks really nice. It's really cool look to it. I like that they did something different than red like a lot of manufacturers do. See the stitching's even on the steering wheel. You got the GT button right there. Got a Meridian sound system in here. There's your giant screen, very similar to the Hyundai Ioniq 6 and the Ioniq 5. It's your center console. You got your power button and your gear knobs. Got auto hold. You also have a camera button. There's your wireless phone charger. And then you have all of your climate control buttons across the bottom, which I really like. A little bit of storage down below. These seats are manual though. You do have a bar underneath to slide it forward. This handle here raises the seats, and then you have your backrest there. All right, let's hop into the back. Back, you can see, same thing. Nice stitching, looks really stylish. No vent back here, but there is 2 USB-C ports here. The vents are actually in the door, so each person has their own that they can blow on them, which is really nice. I do like this better than it being in the console like most cars are. All right, my seat is positioned where I would sit. Look at this. You're looking at almost a foot of leg space, and that's even, I can stretch out a little bit and I'm still have about 8 inches, 10 inches. So there's a lot of room in this thing. Head wise, you can see here we've got about 2 inches, 2.5 inches. So doing really well there. So plenty of room in the back of this. It does have a center armrest with cup holders, so that's good. This will slide back. You can put some stuff down in there if you wanted to. But that is it for the inside. Okay, so that's the inside and the outside, so let's go take this for a drive. All right, we are heading out. A couple things that I just noticed is getting into this. It's hard to get the steering wheel for me in a comfortable position without blocking part of the driver's display. So that might be a consideration. And then these seats, even though they are the Recaro racing seats, if you've had them before, you know that they are a little stiff, a little hard, might soften up a little bit with more use, but I'm having an issue getting comfortable. The bottom bolster on the left side is pushing into the side of my leg, and the one on the right side is shoving my wallet into my hip bone. So take your wallet out of your pants would be a suggestion. All right, let's go down here and get to the bottom here. And we'll do quick 0 to 60. GT drive mode, go. Oh yeah, yeah, well that's it. Wow, that has gotta be definitely somewhere around 3.5 seconds. Wow. GT mode will throw you in your seat. That's awesome. The closest thing that I felt to that in a while was driving the Rivian, and that was 835 horsepower, so you can imagine how that felt. And this was pretty close to that. It almost gives you that disoriented feel whenever you take off. Like your brain doesn't know what to do. And yeah, it really accelerates very, very easily. The regenerative braking is great. I love it. It feels really good. And now we've got some corners. Now these are 25-mile-an-hour corners. All of us have been taking them a lot faster than that. But we also have some police out here, so we have to be very careful. This will take corners without any issues. So this one's a little tight one. Be a little careful here. All right, we're gonna take a 25-mile-an-hour curve at 50. 53 actually. This is insane. Wow. This power is crazy. Woo. Oh, wow. I am loving this. Other than the issue with the instrument panel, or the issue with the driver's display and not being able to see it real clearly, these seats, I really don't think they'd be comfortable for long trips. But I'm having a lot of fun in this, and it really does hold you in to your seat in those corners. I also forgot to say, this does have a heads-up display, so it has my speed down there, and it also has the speed limit sign showing. It flashes red if you go over the speed limit, which it's been flashing red the entire time. Because how do you drive these cars without going over the speed limit? It almost takes your breath away. It's crazy. Love it. So GT mode is ridiculously fast. That's where you get that full 576 horsepower. You can definitely feel it. But yeah, it's an awesome machine. I know a lot of people are not going to be real fond of the 206 miles of range. I mean, it's really low. I'm sure you could probably get more out of that if you weren't driving in GT mode and things like that. And if you are really worried about the range, get a regular GT line. Kind of gives you a GT appearance without as much power and a lot less cost. And we'll do one more. Yeah. Okay. So enough of that before some cop drives by and sees us and we get into a little bit of trouble. But overall, this is a great car. I love it. The power is awesome. If you really are interested in a Kia EV6 and you want the max power and you don't care about the range and you want something that looks cool, you got this green stitching, you got the green brake calipers, get you the GT. It's a lot of fun. All right, I will see you in the next one.